The sight will be alarming. But then for others, it's going to be a day that's assuring. It's going to be a joyful day. It's going to be a glorious day. What do you mean, preacher? It's going to be a day where you and I have to have no dread or no fear. Why? Because we've already been washed by the blood of the Lamb. So for some of us, it's going to be a joyous day when he returns. Let me ask you a question. Will you be ready? Will you be ready when the Lord returns? Sort of reminds me of a story. Y'all mind if I share a story with you? How many stories have I told in this lesson alone? I done lost count of so many. But what is somebody, you was actually counting? Do y'all want me to tell the story or not? You see how you just interrupted me in the middle of my story, man. But the story was told about Dwight D. Eisenhower. Anybody ever heard of him? Yeah. Who was that? He was a president, right? Story was told that he took a vacation to Denver, Colorado. And there in Denver, Colorado, there was a 6-year-old boy who was diagnosed with cancer. His desire, his wish was to meet the president before he died. President Dwight D. Eisenhower got word of this. One Sunday morning, he knocks on the door. The father opens the door, and lo and behold, it's the president standing there at his door. Story goes that he spent a lot of time with that boy on that day before he died. And the father now tells that story everywhere he goes. He said, man, I cannot believe it. The president of the United States knocked on my door on a Sunday morning, and there I was, standing there in my T-shirt, my jeans, and I was unshaven. What are you saying? He caught him unexpectedly. Yeah. When the Lord returns, will he catch you unexpectedly? What would be your condition when he returns? Everybody all right in here? Amen. It does seem like the wicked are always prospering. Let me share this story right here, and I'm going to close. Y'all mind if I share this story? Amen. Somebody said, no, preacher, not if you're closing for real this time. Story was told about another president, Franklin D. Roosevelt. And it was told about a husband and a wife, Mr. and Mrs. Morrison. They had just spent 30 years in Africa. So he's sitting there lying in the bed, depressed, discouraged, disheartened, when it was like a little still voice spoke to his spirit. And it said to him that this is not your home. I think y'all missed it. The songwriter said, this world is not my home. I'm just a passing through. My treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue. The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. There was another songwriter who said, one glad morning, when this life is over, I'm going to fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. When Jesus comes back again, will you be ready when he returns? And I don't know who I'm speaking to. I was going to say on this morning, but it's this afternoon. But maybe you saw yourself in the list. I don't believe nothing happens by accident. Every one of you that are here today, you're here. God has orchestrated, God has arranged things in such a way that you would be here this day, at this time, at this place, to hear this particular message for your life. So I don't know who I'm speaking to. I don't know who the Spirit of God is speaking to. But if you're here and you see yourself in this lesson and you've been contemplating, you say, preacher, I've been meditating, I've been thinking about it. I just had a call from an individual who said, you know what, I want to get baptized. We said, okay, great. We set up an appointment for the individual to come out. They said, you know what, no, I'm going to do it on such and such a day.